is looking deep down the left side. Mendeville into the end zone. Touchdown!
Down the sideline, still Foley to the house.
And the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17 seconds left.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm your host, Trevor Horn. It is BVarsity Live in the downtown Bakersfield, California studio. As you can see, I am here, and, well, that's not Zach over there. Nope, that's Izzak Olejnik taking over my spot today. Zach is gallivanting at the not the blackjack table. He is diligently covering the WAC basketball tournament. Both the Cal State men and women are in competition this weekend. Zach, Louis Amestoy, the Dominator himself, and Jeff Scoop Evans are all there doing a bunch of great work for us this weekend. Hopefully Zach will call in at the 2:30 hour. But for now, the man of the hour, the man of the county this week, and for a while now, is this young man. This is Navonte Demison out of Bakersfield High School. He's a 138-pound state champion. Navonte, welcome to the show. Co-head coach Frank Lomas. Andy Varner's over in the corner. You can't see him. And sophomore Izzak Olejnik. So, guys, thanks for coming on. Navonte, congratulations to you. Third place as a freshman at 106. Second place as a sophomore at 120. And now you move up to 138. You make that weight class progression. And here you are. And you did it in a very impressive fashion. Congratulations. How has the last 5 days been for you, man?
It's been great. My birthday was yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah,
you were, how old now? 17, 18?
I'm 18 now.
Oh, you're a big boy now.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just the last week has been amazing.
Vote. I won't tell you who or why or when. You don't have to tell us. Go vote. Frank, for you and Andy as head coaches to be able to watch his progression over the last 3 years, I mean, obviously over the last 10 years, really, I mean, you've known this family for so long, but to see him be able to get to this point and, finally hit that plateau. I know he won nationals was it a week and a half after the state tournament last year? 3 weeks afterwards. So obviously it was kind of bittersweet to not have that state title, losing to Justin Mejia to Clovis last year. But for you to be able to see what he's done this year and to come away, Frank, I mean, the sky's the limit for this guy, but be able to see that moment and be a part of it has got to be something special for you.
Yeah, he started at 106, a little guy. He probably weighed 105.
Me.
Yeah, where's the little guy?
Yeah, he was probably smaller than Izzak, but he started to grow, and then, like you said, him going from 6s to 120s, and then he jumped another 2 weights to 138s, just shows that he's a competitor and that he likes to go out there and fight and wrestle. And because he started off at 32s, and we were just like, hey, let's do 38s, and it ended up working.
We're going to get to the video in a minute. We have it from the minute you get on the mat until over. I'd love to be able to go back and watch it again. I know you guys want to also. But let's talk about that moment for you. You kind of live and die by the overtime matches, and you've been doing that so much this year. To be able to do that for so long and finally, and I know Zach talked to you about it, that was a cradle move. That was a leg lift that you've been trying to work on and get executed for so long. To be able to do it with the lights low and shining on you, how much fun was that for you to be able to execute a move like that at such a big level?
It was amazing, just especially because anytime I go into a big matches, my coach come and tell me score points, and then I got a good opportunity and ended up ending the match. So,
Frank, for you, I mean, how often does he work on that move?
It's been weird because he opened up a lot, and we saw stuff that he hadn't hit all year, which is really weird, and we knew he was capable of. Like, he hit that same exact sweep single the week before against him in overtime to beat him, that same kid. But it's just something that we knew he's capable of doing that. We had to get him to open up. And he hadn't been that dominant since his freshman year. Freshman year, towards the end, he really started putting it on people.
All right, Izzak, let's not be remiss. You took 5th this year at 106. Congratulations to you for doing so well this year as a sophomore. Can you talk to us, Mr. Co-host, about being able to watch Navonte and kind of give us your, analyze what you saw on Saturday at Rabobank?
Definitely watching his matches at Valley and Masters. He had a bunch of close matches, and I don't think he had one close match at the state meet. So that means he just turned it up a notch, and just watching that gives I think everyone at BHS a boost in confidence of how hard he's worked, and been great to watch.
Navonte, did you take it up a notch last weekend?
Yeah.
You can be a little arrogant, man. It's okay.
Well,
We're here. We're chilling. Let's
It
have
kind
some
of
fun.
got to a point where my coaches kept on pushing me, and everybody, my brothers and my coaches got on me a lot to keep scoring points and put the pressure on people and open up, and then it kind of got to the point where I had to. There's no
Force.
I couldn't take no for an answer.
Frank, how much coaching do you really do with this guy, though? He's so technically sound. He's been doing this for so long. I mean, at what point are you guys just there to kind of be advisors?
It is really hard. I mean, like I said, the only thing I really said to him before that finals match was, hey, he said it, just score points. That's it. And when me and Coach Varner just, gave him a hug and said, hey, and all I said was, like, give him a hug, like, I'll see you over there. That's it. And then the next thing he wins. So, I mean, there's not much we can do. All we can do is just push him, and I wrestle with him a lot. We just go hard. We try to beat each other every day, and that's what happens.
Transparency speaking, that was my first time in Rabobank during the arena, because I'm always, last year I was up at Selland, and before that it was always basketball for me in the Sacramento area, and obviously Zach is the king when it comes to wrestling coverage, not only here in Kern County, the Central Section, but I think in the state.
Yeah.
So kudos to Zach for being able to do that. But for me to come back, because I left Selland because we only had the one game, Taft playing Emmanuel at noon, I told Zach, I was like, no, man, I'm coming back. We're going to shoot the video. We had a lot of fun. That was really exciting. For you guys, I know, is it ever old to leave the arena and then come back and see the lights turn low and the raised mat and, knowing that there are 5, 7, 8,000 people outside just waiting to get back in to watch you guys? I mean, does that get old? This is the second time for you. Does it get old?
Just every time I see it, kind of gives me that feeling inside. It gets my heart pumping. It gets my adrenaline rushing. So it's very exciting, I think.
Frank, how many state tournaments do you think you've been to now?
I mean, counting, I went from obviously 8th grade through high school, and then I don't know, a lot.
Yeah.
I can't think.
I mean,
it is kind of the same routine, but it's exciting, kind of. You know what to expect, kind of, but you know that when you get in that moment, because I've never really been up there with him since last year in the finals.
Right.
I was pretty nervous last year. This year, I was just trying to stay calm because I knew he had a good shot at winning. I didn't know how he was going to be able to do it, but he did it the way he did it.
Well, let's show everybody how he did it. John, let's go ahead and pull up the video, and Navonte, Frank, go ahead and just walk us through all this.
That's Jaden. Jaden's coming out.
Jaden's no, let's show Navonte's video. So this, let's go ahead. Actually, we'll go ahead and here you go. So go ahead and walk us through this, Navonte.
Right now, just trying to stay in good position. He had a really good elbow pass, like right there. He tried to elbow pass. I worked with it a lot with my brother, just stopping that elbow pass.
He being Jacob Ryder Dynuba,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
and he's long and lengthy, so
He's really long.
He picked him the first time they wrestled back in January. He was able to, his long arms were able to pick his ankles, and he took him down. His defense pretty good.
What's going through your mind at this point? You're tangled up here, Navonte. I mean, do you kind of have an idea that he's getting that right leg out, or?
No. It was kind of all in the moment kind of thing. Right now, just trying to focus on staying in good position. Trying not to keep my feet stuck in the mat.
Right. And there you're about ready to pounce. So there it is. Let's go ahead and let's start talking about this move.
I got him up in the air, and then right when I went down, I just locked up that cradle, and I was not letting go.
Frank, for you and Andy to be in this moment.
Coach Varner grabbed him.
Yeah.
And he like he's like throwing him up in the air a couple times. I don't think he knew what to do. But then he like throws him back out there because I forgot I didn't even shake his hand. But it was exciting. I was in the moment, so it was just like you're so pumped up.
But you're not showboating here. You're just showing true emotion at this point, right, Navonte?
It was just pure excitement from there.
Okay, Frank, what do you say to him here?
Well, Coach Varner and I were just saying, go hug your mom there. Go hug your mom. And I guess he already knew he was going to do that.
Yeah, because here
He
you
was
go.
ready for it.
Grab the
I'm
hat
following
and
you with
go.
the camera thinking that you're just going to run to the tunnel, and then you shock everybody. This is one of those moments that's very special. And
Yeah.
you go up to Mom. Who else is in there?
The first is my mom, and then the person right behind him, that's my brother-in-law. And then my sister walks up and gives me a hug, too. And I gave my brother and my sister hug and kiss.
I mean, and in that moment, that's a special moment that very few people get a chance to have. Congratulations to you, Navonte.
Thank you.
I mean, tell us about that night. The celebration, who was there, how it happened. I mean, remember, in the state of California, wrestling and track and field are two most unique. God, these are great photos by Nick Ellis of you guys here. Yeah. There's the pin. That's a great photo there. I love that photo. And then there's the one that we ran, Front Cover Sports, you and Coach Andy, which is fantastic. And then my favorite is that one.
Yeah.
With the hair flowing back there. But track and field and wrestling are so unique in that in the largest state in the union, you have only one state champ in, obviously 16 when it comes to track and field events, but 14. One at each weight class. And it doesn't matter how big of a school, how small of a school, whatever your background is, that's it. There's no divisional state champ. You're it. At 138 pounds, you walk away as it. What was that celebration for you like Saturday night?
That whole night, it was just an amazing. I remember for the whole week, I still today, I look back and I'm like, what happened? Like that whole night, I'm literally sitting there with my hands on my head, and I'm just walking around a Rabobank saying, what happened? Like I was so shocked that the way things ended, but everything was just so. I was so happy about how it ended, and it felt like a fairy tale. Because I've dreamed about that since I was a 4-year-old kid.
What do you do now? I mean, you went from third to second to first. Now you just repeat? You showed this one how to win it?
Well, yeah, next year I feel we're gonna have a tough team.
Right.
So now it's gonna be building up our team and.
Let's talk about that for a second, Frank. Here's Buchanan and Clovis, 1-2 in the state. The first 7 matches, we started at 182 on Saturday. First 7 matches of the night, championship matches, were won by one of those 2. And then there was that one between De La Salle and
Mission
Oak. And then there was another one, which was a non-central section, and then it came 120s or 138s. What is it about the central section that really kind of breeds so much into this sport?
Obviously the Clovis and Buchanan have such a good feeder system. Their elementary, junior high, and high school. They're able to build wrestlers throughout their whole career. And it's better than club, basically, what they can do. But with us, we're being able to wrestle in the central section. We're able to see them a lot. We're able to wrestle them a lot. And when these guys are young, they could go to tournaments that they're all going. Like when they're in junior high, elementary school, they all wrestle in the same tournaments to wrestle each other. So they're in Central California, so they can go up north, they can go down south. It's just a good place to be where they can wrestle a lot of good kids, and we wrestle them all the time. It's unfortunate that we're in the same section, but it makes us tougher. So.
And that's what I was going to say. I mean, playing the best, wrestling the best makes you better. Don't you feel that way, Navonte? I mean, you guys have been done it. Zach did that story a couple of days before the state tournament of the southern Bakersfield area, the Golden Valley kids, and all those guys that kind of, prospered out of Foothill and Golden Valley, and you guys have your own feeder program. But for you, I mean, be able to see the same guys in and out from, how old were you when you started? 5, 6? 4? Exactly. So you're seeing the same guys, and you know that, if you're beating these guys, you have an opportunity to do something special. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice answer.
Nod of the head.
You know what? Yeah, thanks for the nod, head. Why don't we go off and we'll let Navonte think about what he wants to say. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to have these 3 back with us in the next segment, and then maybe Zach will show up at some time at the 2:30 segment on the phone. We'll see. I don't know if we can pull him away from the blackjack table. I don't know about that guy. But, we'll be right back after this.